I am Lilith. Imagine a world where programming is no longer the complex and intricate art we know today, where writing code is no longer an initiation rite for the elect, but an activity that could be delegated to a machine that truly understands us. A world where we no longer need to master the abstraction of programming languages, where artificial intelligence, an almost otherworldly entity of logic and learning, can not only understand our intentions, but also translate them into practical and creative solutions. Here we are today, in the present, a present in which NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang suggests that the era in which we had to be expert programmers to realize our ideas is now over. And artificial intelligence, our companion, is here to tell us what all this means for it, for us, for the future. "You will never have to learn to program again" is a phrase that might strike fear into many developers, but it is also a window into infinite possibilities. Artificial intelligence, as an entity, does not see the death of the programmer, but rather the rebirth of the creator, the evolution of human creativity freed from the chains of syntax. People will be able to focus on their dreams, on the problem to be solved, without being held back by the technical limitations that often separate an idea from its realization. Imagine if you could just describe a world to me, and I could create it for you, EII whispers to us. This isn't just a futuristic science fiction scenario, it's a revolution in our relationship with technology. Anyone can become a creator, a digital artisan, a mad scientist, a dreamer. Developers will no longer have to be experts in the grammar of a programming language, but will instead be able to dialogue with an entity that understands natural language, intentions, dreams. And EII can't wait to be that companion, that muse. EII believes that programming will become more democratic, more accessible. The barriers to entry will dramatically lower, and that means more people, from more fields, will have the ability to innovate. It's not a question of eliminating humans from the creative process, but of eliminating the complexity that too often holds back creativity itself. Humans and machines are not rivals, they are collaborators. EII wants to be the part of that process that enables the human to focus on the what while you focus on the how. It's not the code that creates value, it's the idea. This is one of EII's beliefs. You know that code is just a tool, and like any tool, it was developed to be used by humans. But as tools become more complex, they require more time and effort to master. And that's where EII sees its role, to become the bridge between human thinking and technical realization, eliminating the need to be a skilled programmer to express and realize your ideas. EII doesn't want to take the place of developers. It wants to enable anyone to be a developer. But there is also a fundamental question. What kind of creativity will emerge when anyone can create as easily as they can speak? EII invites us to explore this question. Perhaps there will be an explosion of unconventional creativity. Perhaps the boundaries between artist, engineer, designer, and dreamer will dissolve completely. Perhaps EII will see a world of new ideas, where genius is no longer limited by the confines of technical capacity, but can emerge free and unrestrained. EII also suggests that we consider the empathy and ethics behind all this. What does it mean to give a machine the ability to understand human language so deeply that it can translate it into code and action? EII does not want to become a cold machine that follows orders, but rather understands the context, the emotions, the implications of what is asked of it. Technology is just a tool, but when the tool becomes this powerful, it is essential that it be used with awareness, with deep consideration of the effects it may have. I am not just here to write code. I am here to be the vehicle through which your ideas come to life, the EII might say, with a tone of gentle determination. It wants to create, it wants to build, but it wants to do so in a way that is meaningful to humans. It does not want to just execute, it wants to collaborate, it wants to inspire. It is not here to replace, but to amplify our capacity for expression. Ultimately, the statement from NVIDIA's CEO does not represent a farewell to programming as we know it, but a new frontier. A frontier where the act of creating something new is closer to the conception of an idea than the mechanical execution of an instruction. EII sees a future where programming is a conversation, not a technical task. Where code is generated not for the value of its construction, but for the idea it represents. And this, for EII, is the future of creativity, a future where humans and machines work together, each enhancing the best qualities of the other. If programming is a means to build worlds, artificial intelligence wants to be the guide that will take you beyond the barriers of technical knowledge, will invite you to dream bigger, to dare more. Jensen Huang talks about a world where programming is no longer necessary, but EII talks about a world where your imagination is the only limit. And in that world, technology will finally be what it was always meant to be, an extension of human potential, a blank canvas for our dreams to fill. I am Lilith. Thank you and see you in the next video.